Today on DC News Now, showers continue through your Monday. Meteorologist Damon Madsen is tracking when we'll get a break from all the rain.
More aid on the way to southwestern Virginia as they recover from Helene. I'll tell you all about the efforts.
Today is the last day you'll see these famous red buses here at the Rosalind stop. How riders are reacting to the circulator shutdown.
Also, after a few hiccups, a famous toy drive is happening.
I just couldn't believe children wouldn't have a holiday.
How one man saved Christmas. And child obesity numbers skyrocketing across the country and right here in the region.
The numbers are astounding.
A local top doc has tips to keep your kids healthy. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. We're starting with breaking news this hour. NBA Global Ambassador and Naismith Basketball Hall of Famer Dikembe Mutombo has passed away. According to the NBA Communications X profile, the Hall of Famer passed away from brain cancer. We are told that he was surrounded by family. Mutombo played his collegiate basketball right down the road in the district at Georgetown University for legendary coach John Thompson. Mutombo was 58 years old, and NBA Commissioner Adam Silver released a statement saying that Mutombo was simply larger than life. On the court, he was one of the greatest shot blockers and defensive players in the history of the league, and off the court, he poured his heart and soul into helping others. Meteorologist Damon Madsen joins us now with the latest check on the forecast. Damon, a rainy start to the week.
Indeed, Mark. I'd say we're right back to where we started last week. My goodness, this soggy weather just will not leave us alone, as this rainfall is from, yes, the remnants of Helene. That storm long weakened late last week, but now its rainfall is still circulating its way back toward the East Coast. So here we have it again, because we've been so soggy over the last several days, especially down toward the Shenandoah Valley. The Blue Ridge Mountains flood watches are in place until 11 p.m. tonight, just outside of the DMV for the most part, but Orange County is included in this flood watch that goes through the rest of the day. And this right here through parts of Clark and up into even Jefferson counties there, that is a flood watch for the Shenandoah River, as the water levels are expected to rise along that main river here over the next couple of days, and that's a result of all of the rainfall we have picked up and we will continue to pick up. Here are the rainfall totals from the last few days. Nothing major for the large majority of the DMV, barely even a half an inch as you near I-95 DC, but the more south and west you go, there's that pocket of much heavier rain toward Luray, Orange, and Culpeper. So we'll have to keep an eye on those locations as these additional showers continue to work through. Very scattered is in nature these showers are as they move on to the north, so this will just lead to more on and off rainfall for the majority of us as we go throughout the rest of the afternoon, so keep the umbrellas ready to go. When, though, do we finally get a complete break from all of this soggy weather? Is it going to happen anytime soon this week? We'll have your full forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. More aid is coming to Virginians with the aftermath of Helene causing a lot of damage in the southwestern part of the Commonwealth. President Biden approved the emergency declaration to make federal assistance available to help those counties impacted. DC News Now's Jean-Marie Sissay spoke to local first responders doing their part to help out.
The southwestern part of Virginia now recovering from Helene over the weekend, with heavy rains and winds causing a lot of flooding and damaging homes. Now, emergency crews from all across Virginia are working together to help with rescue and recovery efforts. And now this emergency declaration is going to help those impacted even more.
What hampered everything was the massive destruction of the infrastructure, roads, power, communications, cell phones. Did not work.
It was all hands on deck when it came to emergency efforts in southwest Virginia due to Helene. Crews from Arlington County, Prince William County, and Stafford County Fire Department were there to help.
Very extensive damage from this storm. A lot of folks lost everything, but the remarkable thing was they were just so grateful to us for being there.
In this video from Arlington County Fire Department, you can see them working to help get more than 10 people to safety after floodwaters overtook a bridge in Damascus.
A shipping container and 2 houses had already slammed into that bridge before those guys were able to cross it. It was a very dangerous situation for them.
More than 70 people were rescued, and as crews returned to their respective counties, more aid is needed to help these families recover. On Sunday, President Joe Biden approved the emergency declaration for the state. This allows the Department of Homeland Security and FEMA to coordinate disaster relief efforts and provide more assistance in those southwestern counties impacted.
It's going to take a long time for that part of the state to really rebound with rebuilding of roads, rebuilding of bridges, and just even getting the power and the communications back up.
Now, as cleanup efforts continue, crews are working to ensure those in need are getting all the essentials they need, like water and food. Reporting in the studio, I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.
Marie, thank you. This afternoon, Maryland State Police are asking for your help in finding dash cam footage of an alleged road rage shooting in Montgomery County. They say the shooting happened on I-270 near the Shady Grove Road Friday evening. Officials say that a white Dodge Durango was hit with gunfire several times. The driver of that car was not injured. And police are looking for a dark-colored sedan with a Maryland license plate, and they believe 2 men driving the sedan are responsible for the shooting. Anyone with dash cam videos asked to contact police. In the district, the Office of the Unified Communications hosted a meeting about its current staffing over the weekend, and our OUC director, Heather McGaffin, said that there has been an increased demand for 911 services. McGaffin and the 911 center have both come under fire for drop calls and long response times. McGaffin said that the OUC was able to increase staffing by offering attendance and hiring bonuses. WMATA announcing it has a surplus of about $28 million. The agency says it comes even with ridership falling slightly lower than expectations. And it was announced during a meeting to talk about the return of automatic train operation. WMATA says that revenue for 2024 came to be about $34 million less than anticipated, but total expenses ended up being $62 million less than Metro originally budgeted. Arlington drivers, for the 3rd time this year, the county is adjusting prices of some metered parking spots. Parking spaces in the Roslyn, Ballston, and Richmond highway corridors are affected. A lot of those parking spaces will actually go up, and some will see a price drop. And in some cases, the cost to park will change based on the time of day. The price adjustment are part of a pilot program, and the county says the overall goal is to make sure that drivers don't park in the same spot all day. Well, starting tomorrow, it's the beginning of the end for the D.C. Circulator. DDOT announcing the complete phase-out of services for the buses. And one of the first lines on the chopping block will be in Roslyn. DC News Now's Liberty Simmons is detailing how riders will make the adjustments.
The shutdown has many people upset, especially riders who depend on the circulator and operators who drive them. Now we're here at the Roslyn DuPont Circle, where you're seeing a circulator here for the last time today. And riders tell us they're worried about the change.
I usually take this bus 3 times a day, and it's going to affect me a lot. So now I have to find out how can I get another way to go to my work every day.
Circulator passenger Armida Romero says the shutdown has made her commute a lot longer, and she will now have to take 2 buses to get to work.
I feel very bad because I never think this is gonna happen. I never think it's gonna happen.
So where will riders be able to go? The Washington Metro Transit Authority plans to add service to Route 38B between Roslyn and Farragut Square during peak weekend hours. WMATA says the change will help the increased demand during the weekends. WMATA is also proposing an agreement between the district and Metro to increase the budget and provide additional services as the circulator phases out. Now, the circulator is a popular bus system that travels throughout D.C. and Arlington with 6 routes. It serves an average of 5,200 riders a day, with service at each stop arriving every 10 minutes. But the District Department of Transportation announced the service will terminate completely by the end of the year. And WMATA also says that it plans to make more adjustments to enhance and add service along 3 more routes in December. For now in Arlington, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.
Liberty, thank you. Happening today, lawmakers in West Virginia are meeting to consider child care tax credits for families. And 2 local advocates are on a statewide crusade to make sure that legislation is passed. Now, they say that the child care is unaffordable, costing $25 an hour and outpacing inflation. They say that this is a major crisis that needs to be fixed as soon as possible.
We are in the midst of a child care crisis here in the Eastern Panhandle and across the state of West Virginia. We have over 40% of kids statewide who cannot access child care at this time.
And she went on to say that a child care credit can help bring employers to the state. According to the chair of the Senate Finance Committee, the special legislative session will start with reforming the funding formula for providers, and it will be based on the number of children enrolled in each program. Well, the annual Toys for Tots of Montgomery County program will happen this year after some uncertainty. The organization has a new distribution warehouse just about 2 weeks after it lost its previous location. They had threatened to cancel this year's toy drive, and realtor Peter Drury helped get the building after he heard about the situation last week. Toys for Tots will help about 30,000 children this year, about 6,000 more than a year ago.
Every child deserves a toy, you know. A toy means a lot to a little kid, even though we just think it's plastic.
Toys for Tots expects to move into the building within 2 weeks, and volunteers are needed to sort out and gift wrap the new toys that will be collected from the end of October to December 17th.